Once again, relegated to TYT Sports Locked Out here at YouTube Space, Los Angeles. Now, a lot of people were telling me that I should talk about Josh Freeman, and now we are going to do that as well. Josh Freeman, obviously waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is due $6.25 million if a team decides to pick him up. Now, granted, he was not given much of a chance under new head coach Greg Schiano, who people are rightfully so, it appears, saying that he is an absolute ass clown and does not know what he is doing. The two simply, there goes my pen, the two simply had a horrible falling out. And it just goes to show you, it's sort of like that Jim Harbaugh-esque way of going about running your team. It's just so crystal clear now that Greg Schiano wanted absolutely nothing to do with the former first-round pick in 2009, 17th overall, as a matter of fact, the same draft that Matthew Stafford was drafted in. It is so incredibly obvious that Greg Schiano did not want any part of Josh Freeman starting for his team. His captaincy was taken off of his jersey. He was not voted a captain this year, and not only that, he simply didn't have any good years aside from the 1 year where he had like 25 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Here was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers bullshit way of going about it. Here's their quote: "We made the decision today to release Josh Freeman. We appreciate his efforts," I'm sure you do, "over the past 5 seasons, but we felt this was in the best interest of both Josh and the Buccaneers. I understand that this is a business, and if you don't think a guy is worth it, brutal." And as I hate to quote Donald Trump, it's not personal, it's just business. That's exactly what it is, except doesn't it feel a little bit like it was a little personal with Greg Schiano? He wants this to be his team. He wants to bring in his own quarterback. You know what? Let's throw Mike Glennon in there and see what he does. Oh yeah, 3 interceptions and a loss in his first start. Granted, it's his first start ever, and he's like 12 feet tall. He has potential. I believe he went to NC State. He has a ton of potential, but he's not ready. Josh Freeman is certainly ready, but then again, you know what, there's probably a ton of shit we don't know. However, this is what we know. He has the most completions in franchise history. He has the most touchdowns in franchise history. However, he did have his faults. We totally understand that. He's 25 years old, at a 45% completion percentage, a 59.3 quarterback rating this year where he lost all 3 games. Last year, 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. The shit that was going on behind the scenes, he missed a photo shoot because he overslept. Johnny Manziel like oversleeping. He missed a team meeting, and then he was diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, and he took Ritalin instead of Adderall. There's still a bunch of shit that's going on with that we simply don't know. However, here's what I do know. I did ask you guys to chime in on Twitter what you thought about this. Here are your responses. Hamad Saif says the Patriots. Belichick can groom him, as in Freeman, if Freeman gets picked up. And when Brady retires, Freeman can take over, has more potential than Mallett. I'm sure many people were saying the same exact thing about Tom Brady when Drew, you know what, if Drew Bledsoe goes down, who's Tom Brady? You know what, this other guy has more potential. I'd give Ryan Mallett a chance. Out of anything, he knows the playbook. It's the same thing with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. When a guy is the understudy to a Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame player, I would play him more than I would play a guy coming in fresh off a horrible stint with a team like the Buccaneers, bringing him in and then saying, yeah, you know what, Josh Freeman, again, this is all if Tom Brady were to go down. Oh yeah, Josh Freeman, go ahead. Hamid, I love you. I disagree with you on this one. Oliver Farusev says, I don't watch rugby for pussies. Sorry, I don't understand that. So I'm just I wish I could go back and ignore it. I can't. The one who knows said he needed a change in scenery anyway. Tennessee would be a good spot for the remainder of the season. I agree with that. I think Tennessee would be more than suitable. How about Jacksonville? They don't have a freaking quarterback. Blaine Gabbert, Chad Henne, Tim Tebow. No, of course not Tim Tebow. However, Jacksonville fans need to get their head out of their arse, and they have to stop saying Tim Tebow. You know, actually, you know what? I'll give you a pass. I'll pardon you. Sign Tebow if you don't sign Josh Freeman. That's what I'll say about the Jaguars. And I also want to hear all of your thoughts on this matter, not the Tim Tebow stuff. You could do the Tim Tebow stuff. But also, would you think that the Buccaneers should sign Tim Tebow? Do you think the Jaguars should sign Tim Tebow? And also, what do you think of the whole Josh Freeman stuff? Lastly, your third comment that you should leave in order, 1, 2. Here's your third. What do you think of Greg Schiano? Assess his work thus far with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have seen his body of work in 2 years now. What exactly do you think about him? Leave a thought in the comments section below. Do me a favor. Help me out. The limited resources I have are just me and you. We're talking. We have these conversations daily. I love all of you. Do me a favor. Subscribe to TYT Sports.